Hello. This is the Of Mice and Men final assessment. Please make sure that you put your name on it. And then the first 13 questions are character identification. And you guys remember you can use all your notes. You can use the book. All right, you can use whatever. So here we go. A is George. B is Curly. C is Crooks. D is Carlson. E is Lenny. AB is Slim. AC is Candy. AD is Curly's wife. And then AE is Clara. And that's Aunt Clara. All right, so you need to put the letter or the name of the character next to their description. All right. Match the following character to the description. Read over your choices carefully before beginning. Every single one will be used at least once. All right. So number one, number one, the one whose job is the jerk-line Skinner on the ranch. And I'm also going to add that he is in charge of the cattle. That's what that means. Number two, who is the old lady who formerly took care of Lenny? Number three, who is the one who was really kicked by a horse and hurt his back? Number four, who is the one who had only one hand? Number five, who is the one who had little man syndrome? And this means he wants to fight guys that are bigger than him. Number six, who is the one who loves rabbits more than anything? Number seven, who could have been in the pictures? And the pictures back then meant the movies. So which character could have been famous? Who is the one who wants to give George and Lenny money for the farm so that he can go move in there with him? Number nine, who is the one who owned an old smelly dog? Number 10, who is the one who lies and says his hand was caught in a machine? Number 11, who is the only character in the story who owns books? I'm actually going to take out number 12. And then number 12. Who is the character that shot Candy's dog? Okay, so feel free to stop this, rewind this, and go back if you need to go over some of those numbers again. All right. So this section, there are 3 questions, and it's called the quotation analysis. So what you need to do for each one, there's quotes, and you need to tell me who is the speaker, so who said the quote, who is the person speaking to, so who are they talking to, and then I'll usually have another question underneath. Okay, so here's the first quote. God, you're a lot of trouble. I could get along so easy and so nice if I didn't have you on my tail. I could live so easy and maybe have a girl. So who said that? And who is he talking to? And then why is the speaker being so mean to who he's talking to? Why does he feel this way? Number 14. What's the matter with me? She cried. Ain't I got a right to talk to nobody? What do they think I am anyways? You're a nice guy. I don't know why I can't talk to you. I ain't doing no harm to you. All right, so there's a big clue who the speaker is. So who is the speaker? And then what happens to this character in the scene? Okay, number 15. I ought to have shot that dog myself, George. I shouldn't have ought to let no stranger shoot my dog. Okay, so who is the speaker? And then why do they believe they shouldn't have let a stranger shoot their dog? Okay. Now these are just short answer. You don't have to write complete sentences or anything, just a couple of words. So number 16, identify 2 events or actions that foreshadow, and you guys remember foreshadow means to show us ahead of time, kind of like a hint or a clue. Okay, that Curly's wife would die. All right, so what are 2 events or actions that foreshadow Curly's wife's death? And we talked about this one in class. Okay, now this, you'll need to write a little more. I don't care if it's complete sentences, but you'll need to explain one similarity and one difference between the death of Lenny and the death of Candy's dog. Okay? So, similarity, how are the deaths the same? And the difference is, how are the deaths different? And you cannot say that one is a dog and one is human. That's a bad answer. Okay, so put your answers in these boxes over here. Now, number 19. Aside from George and Lenny, you need to give one example of a character that shows love or compassion for another character. Identify the character and the action that he or she takes. All right? So, this, all you're doing, you guys, is giving one example of when another character in the book, other than George and Lenny, shows love at all. Okay? And then an example of how they're showing that love. Number 20, this is the last one, and this is also writing. So, what do you believe is the biggest theme in this novel? Why do you think that Steinbeck, the author, is saying or trying to express through this novel? All right, so we've talked about a theme. A theme is a lesson that the reader can learn. And what lesson is the author trying to show us? So you can put that here and explain it just a little bit. All right, that's the whole test. Feel free to pause this, rewind it, watch it as many times as you need to get the test done, and then the test will be due Friday. Okay? Please email me if you have any questions or concerns.